Craig, I think Darwin isn't good enough for Liverpool. And see, if that's the case, and by the way, I'm open to that. You know, I want him to come good. I hope he comes good. We all see the positive stuff that Darwin can do. But ultimately, if he doesn't do it, then the club have made a big mistake in the market. An expensive mistake in the market. And it'll have to be corrected. And the only player I can see right now that I think could work in Slot's system is ENQUIRIES of Sporting Lisbon. That would be the one, be at the tip of my tongue right now. But God, it's a big gamble. It's a big gamble because you're basically writing Darwin off if you're going to go out and sign another striker right now. But do you do that, or do you take the risk that one, he comes good, and two, if he doesn't come good, Diogo stays fit? Don't know. Sesko would be a great player, but I think he's made it clear he's not moving for a year. Didn't he say he's staying at Leipzig for another campaign? Arsenal, I think, tried really hard to grab him as well. I'm concerned for the mentality of Cody. Darwin on reduced minutes can become greedy, trying to impress. I love the battle we have on the left, actually, between Cody and Diaz, because I think it's going to bring the best out of both of them. I liked the reaction from Cody when he came on. He was very unlucky. I know his shot took a deflection off Nathan Collins' head and went over the bar, or off the bar actually. But that's a great battle. You know, we've got two left wingers there who had two great summers, two great international tournaments, and I'm enjoying it. Let the fight commence, you know. I think that will lead to us having two really good left wingers duking it out to see who gets the shirt. Fair play to both of them, because their levels are really high. Colin said it's unfair on Cody. He was fired at the Euros. Well, to be fair, Diaz was pretty impressive at the Copa as well. As I said, this is a good headache. Both those guys are on top form. I think it's great. It's unfortunate, of course, because you could make a good argument for either one of them starting. But that's the level of competition that I think is going to bring them both on to incredible levels. Because Diaz knows if he doesn't continue what he's doing, Cody's there chomping at the bit, ready to go. Cody knows if he gets his chance, he's got to take it. That's good. That's proper. I love that. No football brain, unfortunately, for Darwin. The offside thing is doubly frustrating, bro, because he has the pace that he can give himself a yard and still get at the defenders, because when he's in full flight, he's almost impossible to stop. He's like a thoroughbred racehorse. Like, that's what gets me about him. He doesn't need to be on the shoulder as much because he has that extra yard in him. He'll beat most defenders over 5 to 10 yards. Are we being unfair to Darwin? We signed him on the basis of what he did playing from the left. Swap him and Cody was a beast from the left at Benfica. Are we being harsh on him? I'm going to answer the question a different way. I don't think Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes signed Darwin Núñez, because I believe Darwin Núñez was signed off two things. His games against us, where he scored and looked impressive, and that one outlier of a season that he had for Benfica. Because over the course of his career, that's not normal Darwin Núñez numbers. He had one breakout campaign and we pulled the trigger on the deal. Now, again, hope and still believe he could come good. But I don't think I'm wrong in saying that I'd be amazed if Edwards or Hughes signed him. He doesn't strike me as somebody that Edwards would have felt there was a big enough sample size or consistency of performance. I feel like that was a bit of a punt, to be fair. Do you think Edwards will sell Núñez? Said Olwethu. I guess the problem, my friend, would be you're going to lose money, right? Because nobody's going to come in now and pay €100 million for Darwin Núñez based off what we've seen. So I don't think you can sell him at this point either. I think you have to at least get a decent season out of him and make a decision one way or the other. And this is another potential headache that we have down the road on top of the Trent, Virgil, Mohamed situation, on top of the centre-back and central midfield situation. Darwin doing it for Uruguay, though, it's just us. But he looks a different person in a Uruguay shirt, right? He looks far more at home, relaxed, comforted. Again, this is just me having a cold read of it without knowing anything. I don't think he's settled. That's how I look at this. I don't think the English culture and league and weather suits Darwin. I think Spain, Portugal, Italy, maybe, perhaps. That's the only thing I can say. And as I said, I don't know the kid. I don't know the lad at all. But you are right. He looks a different beast for Uruguay. Whether that's Bielsa, whether that's his teammates, whether that's a sense of belonging or confidence, I don't know. Szoboszlai too, Craig, wouldn't be here. Good, but not top. Yeah, I would say Szoboszlai. Look, I love Dominic Szoboszlai, and I would have signed him. But I get where you're coming from about Edwards and Hughes, particularly Edwards. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. But look, he is a Liverpool player, and he's shown more brightness or more comfort under Arne Slot, in my opinion, in the role he's been asked to play. And I think maybe rightly or wrongly, I just really feel that there is a superstar in there if we can just keep him developing. He's only 23 now, still, Dom. So, he's still 2-3 years away from getting into his peak.